Hello, my name is Sunny Van Bleeman. I am a German naturopath, and I moved to the U.S. about 8 years ago. Here, I have been working as a holistic health expert, and I'm using several modalities with great success, such as EFT, MTT, other energy medicine / psychology techniques, as well as eye movement therapy, the Sedona method, Byron Katie's The Work, Psyche, elements of NLP, and so on. Since the main tool I'm using in every session is Meridian Tapping, I'd like to say something about it. As anybody using Meridian Tapping Techniques knows, you have to be very thorough in your work, especially when aiming it at past traumatic incidents. Every aspect and tail ender needs to be addressed for the incident to be completely cleared of any negative emotion. And even though I consider Meridian Tapping Techniques to be a very quick means to releasing negative emotion and traumas compared to conventional therapies, I was astounded to find out how quickly and thoroughly PSTEC is able to release negative emotion in regard to even repetitive trauma. And I'd like to give an example for that. The first client I used it with is a 17-year-old young man who has a long history of being rejected and severely bullied. He had tremendous anger and rage toward, as he stated, each and every person on this planet. Since his anger outbursts and also lack of self-control while having these strong feelings had gotten him into deep trouble, he was expelled from school even, he was very scared of feeling angry. Normally, we would have made a list of whatever past events of being bullied or rejected he remembered, and then would have worked on at least 5 to 7 specific incidents that held the highest intensity in order to collapse this issue. However, having used PSTEC on myself with amazing results, I asked him if he would be open to trying out this new technique I had come across. So I asked him what internal picture he could conjure up that corresponded with his strong feelings of anger and rage, which were a 10 out of 10 on the SET scale, by the way. He replied that he saw himself entering the locker room at school and every single person that had rejected and hurt him. I then instructed him to focus on that image as well as on his feeling of anger and rage while tapping along to the click track. He found it all a bit weird and didn't take it very seriously at first, so I had to speak to him several times during which he listened to the click track to remind him to still focus on the image and feeling no matter what. So after listening to the free track once, the intensity went down to a 7. However, after asking him if it was still this anger and rage he was feeling or if different feelings had surfaced, he reported that he was now feeling a great deal of sadness and hurt instead. So he listened to the click track a second time, and the intensity went down to a 0. Now, I didn't want to believe that result, so as I normally do, I test my results with clients, and I try to trigger them. So I asked him to hone in on different people he saw in the locker room and to remember what they did to him, how hurtful they had been. I tried to also rile his anger toward these people, but without success. He just smiled at me and said, "You can try as hard as you want to. I simply don't feel angry, sad, or hurt anymore, and you should know that it wasn't about them anyway. Didn't you tell me during the past sessions that I was attracting these situations and people to begin with? So why would I be angry at them or hurt for that matter?" Now, that was truly an amazing shift. I was completely flabbergasted and still am. I'm convinced that PSTEC will revolutionize therapy as we know it, and am deeply grateful for Tim's gracious sharing of this invention. So I will be calling in again with other situations. I've used it on other clients as well with great success, but I just love this example. So I'm wishing everybody lots of success with it, and can't wait to hear from other people as well. This is Sunny Van Bleeman. My business is called EFT Practice for Holistic Well-Being, which will soon have to get a new name, and I'm located in New Jersey. Thank you. Bye-bye.